Okay, so I just want to make this a little bit more of a casual call tonight and just really hang out with you guys and talk to you for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Hang on one sec. Let me just. Okay. Um, okay, so we're really just going to talk about verbiage. I'm not so much going to talk about like attracting and trying to get people to you. I more so want to focus on like, what do you do when you have someone that's like, oh, what are you using, or what have you been posting about, or whatever? Because I feel like this is really crucial when it comes to closing. So if you look at like on average, how many people are you having conversations with? How many people are engaging with you or asking you what you're using versus how many people you're closing? You obviously want that to be a larger ratio on what you are, receiving in as VIPs and people that are coming into your business. So the first thing that I want to talk about is just the difference between urgency and panic. So when you have somebody come to you, you want to be urgent. You want to make sure that you're following up, that you're confident in whatever you're saying, that we're getting back to them at a good time, but don't panic and think like, oh my gosh, if I don't answer them like this second or within the next 30 minutes, that they're going to lose interest. Because if so, then you don't want them as a VIP or an MP anyways, right? Like they shouldn't be losing interest. We're all on different time zones. Like it gets crazy, and if you feel panicked and you get to them like the second that they come to you, it almost is like, yeah, I'm not busy. I've been like waiting for you to come to me versus like, oh, hey, I'm finishing up a few other consults. Like if you don't know the products yet and you need to like go to your mentor or the group chat to get the product recommendations, I would suggest saying something like, hey, I actually got a lot of consults in today. This promo with the oil is such a great deal. I want to get back to you with everything that you need from me. So I'm going to put you on my list. I'll send you the email. This is all you have to feel confident to say this. Like I'm going to send you the email first thing in the morning if it's late at night, or if it's during the day, right after my lunch, I'll get it to you. All the product recommendations will be there and I'll come text you and follow up. And then that way it's now become you are in charge of the conversation and you're showing how confident you are. You're a businesswoman, like you running a business. You can't just be there at the same second that somebody comes to you. Okay. So don't panic, but be urgent with them. And then what happens when you come to them, I'm going to read you guys a conversation. Um, and obviously it'll be hard to follow just because I'm reading it. So what I'll do is I'll just screenshot it and send it to our group chat so that you can look over it. But backstory is I go to this place. It's like a meal prep place, and this lady like always talks to me. And the other day we were talking. She asked me what I did for work, so I told her, and like instantly she was interested. So I said, "Well, here, I'm going to give you my card. And then just text me later and I'll do a consult with you and I'll get you set up. I'll take care of you, whatever." So she texted me, and she basically just said, because I feel like sometimes you guys get conversations like this and it's kind of like, where do we go from here? And when they say that, it is panic because you're like, oh, like, what do I say? I don't want to mess it up. They're interested. So she basically texted me. She said, "Hi, Jade. This is Sue from Healthy Coast Meals. I looked up the website. I'm very interested and excited to start using the products. Where do we go from here?" So I basically just said, "Hi, Sue. I'm so excited. You're going to love the products. I'm also going to bring you something next time I see you just for trusting me. I appreciate that a lot. I can basically tell from seeing you what you would love for hair care." And then I just said, "Does your scalp tend to be more oily or dry?" So I went right into the consult. Um, and then she texted me back, like it was kind of long. She just basically was telling me like she might be dry. She's in her 50s, what she's experienced with her hair. And then let me read you what I said. So hang on, we were having small talk. Okay, so I said, basically from what you said, I'm going to start you on a balancing and growth shampoo. It smells amazing. It's the most popular one. It's called our black shampoo. Definitely the growth and repair oil, because I always want to incorporate the oil into everybody's system. So I went right into, I said, definitely the growth and repair oil. I'll show you how to do treatments with it once a week, because you always want to be encouraging and assume and lead the sale, because you don't like, there should be no like if, or I know it's expensive, or if it's too much, or what's your budget. Like, they're coming to you because they trust you. You're in charge. They don't know what they want and need. So it's best to just lead with everything from the front. And then if you have to revert back and say, well, the great thing about, blah, 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 whatever, you can go into that, but start confident and lead strong with this. So I said, definitely the growth and repair oil. I will show you how to do treatments with it once a week. This will be the foundation of your system. And then I also am going to start you on the repair and growth conditioner. It'll give you moisture without weighing your hair down. So with this promo, I'm going to add on the shampoo for free, and your leave-in treatment. So she did tell me when we were in person that she uses It's a 10. So I implemented that back into the conversation. And I said, the leave-in treatment is what you're going to replace your It's a 10 spray. And I'm going to add on that as free as well. And I'll make sure I bring you some samples next time I see you next. What's your email? So she said, oh my gosh, that sounds great. Thank you so much. My email is whatever her email. So then I said, okay, I'm going to send it right now. So then once I sent it, it took me about 30 minutes. I said, okay, I just sent the cart over. Keep in mind, the products will last you probably 6+ months, because her hair is pretty fine and short. So I just let her know that. So that way now she knows I sent it, and she's going to read this before she even opens the cart. So she knows if she looks at it and it's $180, if I open that and I'm like 6 months worth of products, and this girl's going to hook me up with samples or whatever. Like, when you feel like a friend and you have this comfortable conversation, it makes someone feel more comfortable with the, what do you call it? I can't even purchase. I can't think of the word right now, but so I said, keep in mind with the products, they're going to last you 6+ months. And then this part is, I feel like, is very important. I said, being my VIP, you have full access to me and all of the promotions we have. And then in quotations, I said, I honored one for you today. And then I said, I'll send you some simple wash instructions when you receive everything. And here's the last part. So this is where I'm going over the flex ship. So I said, I added a bottle of the oil to create your flex ship in 60 days. This is not required. It is how you place orders when we don't have promotions. It's not an auto ship and totally flexible. And then obviously, because this month we have the no obligations, I said that at the end, but that was all I said. She said, oh, thanks. And that was it. So if you make it simple, somebody said something years ago that I never forgot. And she said, a confused mind will always say no. So if it sounds very confusing and you're trying to go over too much and explain the flex ship and say, well, we have retail. Well, if it's too, like, just make it simple. And normally they will follow your lead. So if she would have said, like, oh gosh, I don't want to spend, $180. I would have said, well, listen, this is the great thing about our program. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put the oil, leave it in the flex ship. We'll remove it from today's order. And then that way, once you get your stuff, when you're ready, you let me know. And then we can place an order. If we don't have a promotion, you can place that flex ship and get a free product and free shipping with it. So that way, again, you're still informing them and you're just being confident and genuine. And at that point too, you could kind of say why it's important. Like I mentioned, it's the foundation of your system. I really would love for you to be doing oil treatments once a week. So whenever you're ready, let me know and I'll show you how, to do them, because for her, main thing is that her hair is thinning a lot. And I feel like really, if you look at the average of your consults, they basically kind of run into each other. It's either really bad thinning, maybe someone had hair loss from COVID or postpartum, or, just age, or it's super frizzy, whatever. So there's something that you can incorporate the oil and say why it's important, but it's so important to keep reiterating that, why they came to you, what they're trying to fix, because solving the problem is what we need to do all the time with either the business or the product. So even again, this goes back to on your stories, talking about the problem. Because right when she asked me what I did, I mean, I could see her hair obviously in person too. So I said, it's an anti-aging hair care line. We really like our foundation of everything is growth, hair, healthy hair growth, healthy scalp. We have so many patented products. And then I kind of gave her a little talk about the oil and she was like, what? And I said, what are you using? She was like, I don't know, something like from Target. I think it was like that. I can't remember what it's called, but then she started telling me like she uses the It's a 10 spray, and I didn't knock anything she was using. I said, well, I honestly have used that years ago, and I can tell you that these products have really changed my hair. I can show you a picture. I showed her a few pictures. And here's the thing is that this doesn't have to just be, if it was online, I would have treated the conversation the exact same. So if you think about like how you would talk to a friend, if they came up to you and were like, hey, what have you been using on your hair? What's this oil? Like if they saw it with you, the way you would respond to that is the same way that you want to respond to people on social media, because it's already an uncomfortable place for a lot of people. And so if they're coming to you, or let's say you're approaching them and you're like, hey, you know, I saw you answered my poll, or I've seen you watching my stories. Have you ever used Monate? Like, just take the pressure off yourself and think about how you would talk to a friend about it. Because when that person feels it, they're a lot more receptive. Okay. And the word I was trying to think of earlier was transaction. So when you lead, they're going to follow you. They're not going to feel like a transaction. Okay. You don't want them to feel that way, like a sale. You want them to feel like you truly care. Okay. Because that's the most important thing, is that we genuinely just want to help people. And when that is the tone of the conversation, they will feel that, I promise. And how excited you are about the products. Like, we were in person so she could see me, but online, this is why I also love voice memos. So I send a lot of voice memos, and I'll say like, hey, you know, sorry, like I talk through memos a lot. Are you at work where you can't listen? Like, let me know and I can just type out what I said or whatever. But instantly when you say little things like this, it just makes them feel more friendly with you, which again is just going to make everything easier on both ends. So the flagship. So let's talk about verbiage for that. So if somebody, let's say somebody's looking at it and you've kind of already like explained like how I did, and let's say they're like, well, what's the flagship thing? Is this an auto ship? I basically always lead with, nope, the flagship is basically instant access to me. Like, you are selling you. This is your business. They're your customer. So I would say, you know, the VIP program is just giving you instant access to me. There's no auto ship. And right now, the biggest thing is that there's no obligation. I don't know for sure, but a lot of people have said that they're just trying it out to see, I guess, like what traction it gets. I don't know if something they're going to keep or not, but I feel like we should talk about both. So I'll tell you what I would say if it was this month, and then let's say next month it goes back to how it was before. I'll give you an example for that. So this month I would say, you know, you get instant access to me, all the promotions, you know, we have promotions all the time. But the other great thing is that when we don't have promotions, you as a VIP still get special discounts, free shipping, and free products when you place an order. So it is basically a promotion in itself just for you being my VIP. If you're not my VIP, you don't get access to that, because that explains to them a little bit. People like to get deals. Okay. Even us, like, I'm always like, okay, yeah, if it's 2 for this or whatever, or you know, feel like you're getting something for free or a better price, then you want to do it. You just don't want to feel like you're on some like membership type of thing. And they're like, well, I'm not going to remember. So for people like that, again, this month, there's no obligation, but also make them know that they're important to you. And I would say, listen, if it's not something you want to keep up with, I really don't mind. I keep up with some of my clients, and I can send you a quick reminder. And I'll also send you quick reminders of when we have promotions, so that if there's something that you're interested in, you know, you can purchase through that, whatever. So if it was not this month, let's say next month, they say, okay, we're taking the no obligation off. Basically, if you're new here or if you're rewatching this and you're confused on what I'm talking about, basically, as a VIP, you have your original order when you sign up counts as one order. They want you to make 3 orders in your whole lifetime of being a VIP. So there's no due date as when you need to make these or anything like that. So the first one when you sign up counts as 1. And then what they want you to do is before you can close your account for free. So typically when a VIP signs up, they pay $19 to enroll. So it would be the same amount to cancel it if they have not placed those additional 2 flex ships. So promotions and flex ships are 2 different things. A promotion is like when you guys know on the weekend, that's a promotion. Okay. It only lasts 2 or 3 days. So that cannot be combined with a flex ship. So if the VIP places 2 promo orders, that's different. So they want the VIP to place 2 flex ships before whenever. I mean, it could be 3 years from now, literally. There's no time limit. So that's why it's good to say, you know, what's cool is that $19 is only a one-time thing. So even if you stop using the products for 6 or 8 months, I've had people come to me that are like, listen, I know the value, I know it lasts forever, but like we're building a house right now and anything like even my Netflix, I need to cancel everything. Can I cancel my account? And I'm like, girl, listen, there's no need. First of all, congratulations or whatever they're going through, address that first. And then say there's no need to cancel it because that $19 saves you literally in my pocket forever. I'm not going anywhere. So forget that this account even exists. And then when you feel comfortable that you want to splurge on yourself again and start getting your products, just come to me and let me know. When you see that flex ship reminder, literally just ignore it. And that way you don't lose all your perks because if you close it, then they are going to have to pay the $19 to sign up again. Okay. So just again, feeling confident and obviously practice helps. When I first started, the flex ship thing gave me like severe anxiety because I didn't understand it. And when I would get a VIP interested, I mean, probably 50 people that I ruined because I didn't know how to explain it. And I would be like, but it's like not a membership. Like when you say that, it makes them feel like, I don't want to be convinced, you know, you just explain like, I compare it to like Amazon sometimes. I'm like, if you need something, it'll be to you in 2 days, literally as fast as Amazon. And if there's not a promotion, you're just saving money and getting free stuff. Keep it short and sweet. Okay. Let me see what else I had. The purchase plus promo. Okay. So this thing is tricky a little bit, but a lot of companies are actually doing this now. Basically, purchase plus is just when you spend more money, you save more money. So as a VIP, you know, if they're going to go in and place a flex ship and they have like $110 in the cart, it's going to tell you at the top, like, oh, you know, if you add $20 more to the cart, then we'll unlock the 25% off. So it's just basically when it'll tell them. So they're like, oh, okay, I can add another shampoo and the price on the cart really goes up like $5 or $10. So this is where this part gets confusing for you guys with the oil that we talk about. So when a VIP purchases the oil with a conditioner, you still have to add the shampoo to the cart. So if I had a VIP signing up, I would go to enroll VIP. I would put the oil in. I would pick their conditioner. Now you're going to go pick their shampoo and put it in the cart. Okay. Like it doesn't add it for free. And this is an all the time thing, but here's where this gets tricky is you don't want to just say, yeah, you can do it anytime, any month, do it whenever. We're trying to create urgency because people don't understand it's a good deal that they're getting. Okay. Because if people don't feel like they're getting a deal, they're not going to do it. So they put the oil in the cart, the conditioner. When you put the shampoo in at the very bottom, if you go look at the total, it's literally going to show you purchase plus discount minus with the amount. And if you scroll back up and look at the shampoo, I think it's like 50 cents difference. So they're literally, the discount is taking the price of the shampoo off. Now, the beauty of this month, that's why it's so important that you guys are being consistent about this month, is because when a leave-in product is one of the only for you products, Only for you products is what VIPs get for free when they sign up or when they place a flex ship. That's the only way. So the promotions, they cannot get the only for you, only when they place a flex ship or sign up. So because the Rejuva beads is an only for you, this is a huge deal, because typically you guys know that every VIP has to have a leave-in with our products. So that means at this point, they would have to put in the cart oil, conditioner, shampoo, and Rejuva beads, and then they maybe get the eye cream free. Where in this month, the Rejuva beads is one of the free products. So not only are they now getting the shampoo free because of the purchase plus, the only for you is completely free. That's added on. So that's 2 products that they're getting that they're not paying for. Okay. And that's a full system. There's nothing else that a VIP should need. I think that's perfect to start out with. It's not overwhelming. They don't have stuff that gets sitting around that they don't end up using and then whatever. So the verbiage for that is literally this month, I'm giving all my VIPs a free bottle of Rejuva beads. And then you talk about what it is. It's a split end mender. It's a patented Monate product. It has a magnetic formulation. So it literally pulls your split ends together or pulls your frizz together. If you deal with frizz or you have weak ends that you're wanting to strengthen that need moisture, you absolutely need this product. And how you get it for free is you buy a growth oil and you get any conditioner you want because it's customized. I'm going to also add on a free shampoo. So you get a whole system for half price. Short and sweet to the point so they understand. And to me, I'm like, okay, sign me up because that sounds like a great deal. You get 2 things free. Everybody loves to see this. So when you're talking about it, make sure you're showing at least this. But if you can, show this is the oil. I talk about it all the time. You can literally be putting it on your lips while you're talking or doing your oil treatment. Okay. And then show some before and afters after you say that. But if you guys can be consistent with that, at least I would say 4 or 5 days a week, because then obviously we have promos, I think you would see a lot of traction because when people need repetition. So if somebody sees, I think I've told a lot of you, if you're my direct person, when you signed up, it takes somebody to see something 7 times to say, yes, I want to do that. Or yes, okay, fine, I'll buy it. Like think about bloggers or girls that post house stuff all the time, right? And you see it and you're like, okay, fine. Like I've seen this thing 7 times now. I want to buy it. So think about it like this. If someone has to see something 7 times, okay, if you posted it every day for a week, think about how many people you would attract in a week. Or if you're somebody who posts a couple times and you go a week or 2 without it, and now we're at about 45 days and you've maybe posted 7 times. First of all, it's sporadic, so it hasn't been consistent. But on top of that, it takes 45 days versus 7 days to get anybody's attention. So think about that every day. Don't let days go by and not show it. You guys use the products every day. There's no way that you don't. So if you're using it, just stop yourself for a second and think, could I be showing something I'm doing? Could I be informing or teaching someone why I'm doing this right now? Every time I do an oil treatment, I literally will stop and go grab my phone. Even if I have to run out the door, I'll say I have to run out the door and go get my kids, or we're going to the pool or whatever. And here I am doing my treatment. I'll never miss a week without doing this and talk about the growth and why it's so amazing. Okay. Let me see. Flagship verbiage. I went over that. Okay. Do you guys have questions? Because that was kind of everything I had. And I will send the conversation that I read about in the beginning. I don't think I saw anything in the chat. If you guys don't have anything for me, that's all I had. I hope that was helpful. Yes. Send the flex verbiage for the flagships. Yeah. So I can, do you want me to just I can send like a voice memo to WhatsApp if that's helpful. That would probably be the easiest thing to do that. Is that good? Okay. Okay, so I am the worst person to ask about the templates because I don't personally use them. I like people to come to me. So I don't do the quizzes and I don't have the links or anything, but I know Brittany, oh, she just wrote Britt. Okay, so she can help. And I think like Casey, and I only know a few people. I think Ashley might have one. But I do not personally. So unfortunately, I'm not the best person to ask about that. I don't know why I haven't done it. I just really like the conversation with people. And when I used to use the Mon8 quiz, it would say, congrats on your new VIP. And it would make me panic because I'd be like, what VIP? I haven't talked to anybody. And it was like, they got the results from the Mon8 quiz and then just went and bought everything and signed up. And I was like, no, because now I have to dig for their number. There was no conversation. And half the time it would be like some Wazoo system. And I'm like, oh God, now they have the wrong stuff. But Britt, like, I know that you don't use the Mon8 quiz, but you do have a form.
Yes. I absolutely hate the Mon8 quiz. It's funny because they just sent an email saying, if we were to update this, would you use it? Do you use it all?
Oh shoot, hang on. I muted you on accident. Hang on.
It's okay. I got it.
Okay, wrong person. I was trying to mute somebody else.
You're totally fine. So the issue with that is, like Jade was saying, guys, is it just doesn't recommend the right stuff. I don't think it goes in depth enough, which I also emailed them today. If you guys ever get those surveys from Mon8, please feel free to answer them because it just helps make everything better for us. I just think they don't ask enough, like, deep enough questions to fully understand the full scope. Like, it might work for their ends, but maybe they're super oily, or maybe their goal is different than what their scalp is, whatever it is. So I personally have Google Forms. I also use Milkshake, which is like my website that I basically have. It's super simple. It's just an app. You get to plug and play, put pictures, descriptions and everything, and then link things. So I made my Google Forms, which are so simple. Literally just type in Google Form. If you have a Gmail account, it'll connect you to that. And then you just fill it out. So whatever questions you would normally ask is what you're going to put in it. So that's pretty much it. It's super straightforward. You can copy the link and you can put it right into your website. But like Jade was saying, if somebody asks you, I personally still try to do it in conversation. I very rarely use the form. That's just like, if I have to direct somebody, like have it working for me, like while I'm sleeping, somebody can go on the form. But for the most part, try to direct them to have that convo with you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was helpful. Okay. So I saw a question that says, when you send someone a cart, if they don't check out, does it keep sending reminders to complete the enrollment? I keep getting the emails and wonder if the potential does too. So I'm honestly not 100% sure. I think it does, but I always make sure I send my own reminder. Britt, does it?
Yes, it'll send it to you. I believe it's for 2 weeks. It'll send like the day after, and then I think 2 days after, and then it'll do it every couple of days, and then it'll do it one more time for like the 2 weeks. So if you're receiving that email, they are also receiving that email if they did not sign up. But remember, if there was the glitch, like I'm getting emails every day because I sent multiple carts during that glitch, you're going to keep getting those emails, guys. It doesn't mean that they didn't sign up and it didn't work. It's just simply the fact that you did multiple of them. But if you're getting them, they are getting them.
Yeah, so that's good. So yes, they do. And then also just make sure as soon as I send it, I make sure I go and let them know. And then I give like a 6-hour window. So if it was somebody at night, I would wait until the morning. And then like first thing in the morning, I would be like, hey, hey, Marissa, I just wanted to touch base with you and see if my cart went through. I'm having my coffee. I'm going to put some orders through for my VIPs. The cart will expire and look and see what time you sent it, because honestly, after 24 hours, they do expire for security reasons. So it's like, it will cause glitches. Like people will be like, I'm trying to open it and it's bringing me to like the enroll page. And I'm like, it's probably because it expired. I'll just resend it. So just to say to them, like, to avoid wasting any of your time, I just wanted to remind you, let you know to check out before 3:00 so it doesn't expire. Worst case scenario, if it does, I can recreate it for you later. But I mean, I have followed up with people 4, 5, 6 times. Sometimes we've had promos start on Thursday and the person didn't check out until Sunday night. Even if they don't write you back, you guys remember this, because I am I am literally like, I will raise my hand and say, I do this. I will read a message and one of my kids will say, mommy. And the second they say that, my brain goes straight to them. And I've totally forgotten about what I just read, or if I answered it or whatever, or if someone calls me. So the same thing could be happening to VIP. So don't, like, I used to sit and panic and read it and be like, oh my gosh, I said something wrong. Like, what did I say? Or she doesn't want the product. She changed her mind. And that's totally not it. 90% of the time, they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, girl, you've texted me 5 times. Like, I'm the worst. I've been working all weekend. My kids have been sick. Thank you, because I didn't want to miss this promo. I promise you, like 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. So keep following up. And what you can say too is, let's say like the promo ends and you followed up all weekend. On Monday, I would just say again, hey, Marissa, I just wanted to touch base one last time and see if you had changed your mind. If not, what I can do is put you on my follow-up list when we have another promotion, and I'll make sure whatever it is that you were wanting, if it's included, I'll touch base with you. Because sometimes people might look at it and they just literally don't have the budget. And to me, I mean, I would think that that's like embarrassing. They're not going to say, hey, I don't have the money, or maybe they ask their husband and like, he's like, it's not in the budget right now or whatever. So just touch base with them again after and just let them know on the next promo. Like, if you didn't change your mind, I'd love to follow up with you and let you know so I can get you a good deal. And they will appreciate it. Can you talk about how you do orders for people? Do you log into their account and actually place it? Yeah. So I don't do this as much now, but in the beginning, I would probably say I did about 60 to 70% of my VIP. So what I do is I let them sign up. Let's say I have a VIP sign up tonight, and then next month her flex ship comes around. Let's talk about this too. So if it did, and I see it's tomorrow or 2 days before, I try to typically do it within 2 days. I would say, hey, Marissa, like, how are your kids? How are you liking the products? Please send me a picture of your hair. I'd love to see how it's changed in the last month. Also, please make sure that you add the Rejuva beads to your flex ship, because they're completely free this month. So if you text me back and you're like, oh, I actually don't need the flex ship, at that point, I would say, okay, are you comfortable going into your account and pushing the date out, or would you like me to do that? So at that point, like, it just depends. If they're like, no, I'll do it. Or if they're like, yeah, then I would just say, okay, what's your username and password? And I'll go in and adjust it. Things have changed a lot from when I started. So when I started, I really kept up with my customers' logins. Now I don't as much, but I keep in contact with them, especially when the flex ship comes around, or when we have promos. I'll make sure at the bottom of my message that I send out, I will say, I'm going to be placing orders like in the afternoon on Saturday. If you're busy this weekend and you'd like me to place your order for you, let me know. And then if they come back to you and they're like, okay, yeah, can you please do it? At that time, just ask them. I'll just say, okay, send me your username and password. I'll log in for you and, send you a picture of the screen, make sure we have everything you want, and then you can check out, because their information is stored in there through a security system. So you can't see their card information. It doesn't show you anything. So you could definitely do that. Like I said, I don't do it as much, but I definitely have some moms that are like, girl, I trust you. Please just go do it. I don't have time and I need the promo or whatever. I think I got all the questions. The flex ship thing too is important. Make sure that you guys really keep up with that and try, like, even on Monday, if you look, it shows you for 7 days. So if you were to go on Monday, you could look at the whole week and you could write everybody down and then take that opportunity. If their flex ship's not for a week, take the next 2 days to just have conversation with them, or even just that day. Doesn't have to be all day. Check in. How are you? Send me a picture of your products. What's your favorite thing you're using? Show people that you really care. And then let's say it's Wednesday, and then you can say, oh, hey girl, I know we just touched base. Make sure you add the Rejuva beads, or maybe that's their favorite thing. I know you just said the Rejuva beads were your favorite. You can get a bottle of them for free this month. So make sure you add them to your flex ship scheduled for Sunday. And then again, if they come back and say, oh gosh, I actually have so much stuff right now, then you just say, okay, perfect. That's The great thing I love about our program, it's totally flexible. Let's just push it out 30 days, or would you rather push it out 60 days? Because it can go up to 60 days. So, and then let them answer. And if they need you to do it, then just, again, make sure you're treating your VIPs like very important people. Because at the end of the day, that's what they are, right? So super important to remember that.
Can I add one thing really quick, Jade?
Yes, ma'am.
One thing that I love to do for my VIPs, guys, if you're like me and you like really don't like bugging people, I always try to say that is like, please let me know if I'm being annoying. Like the last thing I want to do is annoy you. And it almost like makes them feel like, oh my God, like you're not being annoying. Like even if you actually are being annoying, they'll kind of reel back on that and be like, oh my God, you're never annoying. Like I had a girl that I know for a fact was so sick of hearing me reach out about flex ships, but she or about flash sales. And she asked me to reach out about them, but we have them pretty often. So you know, I said to her, I was like, and by the way, please always let me know if this is just me, like obviously your verbiage, but just let me know if you want me to shut the fuck up. Like, I promise, like, I will stop bugging you. Like, I don't want to be annoying. So if ever I'm being obnoxious, please let me know and I will stop reaching out. And then I always try to like Jade said, like lead with the sale in a sense. I was like, but if you are still interested, like I would love to keep you updated, you know? And then they're like, oh my God, you're not annoying whatsoever. Like, please continue to reach out to me. And I'm sure she was saying that through like gritted teeth, like, oh my God, there's nothing I want to hear less right now than hearing about these flash sales when I'm like saving money, whatever it is. But that's a really good trick as well. If you have reached out multiple times with a flash sale, trying to assume the sale and stuff like that, like always try to put yourself in that position. Like, I don't want to be annoying. And it was literally 9 times out of 10 works for me. And they answer, even if they've been ghosting you.
I love that. And yeah, like she said, like we all have different personalities and like different verbiage and the way that you talk to people. So just think about that and just totally be yourself. Like I will sometimes say something like that when someone signs up. Because I actually have my VIPs, I text them through Project Broadcast. So I don't do it through my personal number anymore. And when they first sign up, I tell them, I say, listen, I'm going to send you a text literally every weekend. You'll probably hear from me, but this is only to inform you because I just have so many VIPs and I want to make sure I'm staying very professional and organized for you because I don't know what promotions you may be interested in. And if there's something that you miss, I would feel terrible. So you'll always hear from me when we have promos. And if it's something that you're not interested in, you can literally just ignore me. And if it's something that you are, then I'm here to help you place the order and give you the details for it. That way they know ahead of time when they see like, okay, the next 3 times you've been texting them, you're not just texting them to like place an order for them, you know? And they know and they're expecting that ahead of time. The app I use is called, oh, sorry, hang on. Let me work backwards. Okay. So the app I use is called Project Broadcast. And, I have like a legitimate number with like my local area code and everything. So it's a little tricky. I feel like it's something that I had someone teach me how to use it. YouTube would probably be helpful, but like when we have promotions, I don't really feel like this is something you need until you feel like you can't keep up with your VIPs. I feel like once I got over like 100, I was like, okay, I can't keep up with like texting 100 people what the promo is. So now when I use Project Broadcast, I have my little flash sale thing that I send out and I hit one button and it sends it to every single VIP I have all at the same time. So it also imports their name into it. So I literally will just put, hey, and then you put this little symbol. And so when it sends it, it would say, hey, Marissa, hey, Bree, hey, Chris, hey, this, whatever. It would literally import it. So again, I don't think it's something that you need right now, unless you just want to have a different number to text them, then obviously you can totally do that. But the good thing about, again, when you get more VIPs is that for me, like for my flex ship, sometimes I look at it and I have 38 flex ships in the next 7 days. I can't one by one text that many people. So I'll use my app and just send out and say, hey girl, how are you doing? Whatever. And then I'll say flex ship reminder. Yes, definitely. Oh, we'll see if you want to just do it for the phone number and like you want to use your phone, but you don't want to do your personal number, then I love it. It's not expensive at all. I think it's like maybe $5 a month or something to have like 50 credits. So every text that you send out, initially is a credit. So it's not like if somebody responds to you and then you respond back, you have to keep paying. It's just the additional first text that you send out. So if you wanted to do it for that reason, then totally, it's honestly super easy just to set it up for that. But if you're trying to like import like a large amount of people, it might be something you have to watch like on YouTube to kind of figure out like how to navigate it. But if a lot of you start using it, we can do a call on that too one night.
I totally don't want to hijack your call, Jade. I'm sorry. One more thing I want to say that's helpful for the flash sales guys. I don't know if you know this, but on Instagram, like you get notified more if you're a close friend of somebody. So you can cultivate your own storyboard in a sense with your VIPs, and you can put your VIPs into your close friend list for your stories. And they should get notified more often whenever you are posting stuff for flash sales. So that's another way to kind of, at least on like a mass thing out to them. I would still post on your stories themselves, but if you have something specific for your VIPs, that's another thing that you can do without having to individually go and send stuff to them. I found that helpful.
Yep. Perfect. The only other question I see, and then I'm going to let you girls go because I said 20 minutes and we've been here for like 45. I always text. I'm very personal with my VIPs. I feel like I've honestly accumulated too many friends at this point. Like my VIPs are my friends. I love them. I text them. I see them at the gym. I talk to them on Instagram. I really make them a big part of my life because they truly are. So I always text. I'm always like, here's my number, text me. I don't care. But again, that's a personal thing. You know, so definitely I would say text them. If you're not comfortable giving out your personal number, then the project broadcasting would be a great option for you. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. That's all I've got. I hope you girls have a great night. And I will send the recording to our group. Love you girls. Bye.